Hi there, this is a Jagged video, and today I'll be comparing FIFA 11 to Pro Evolution Soccer 2011. Both of the demos have been released recently, and the FIFA 11 title should be out in a little over a week, with Pro Evolution Soccer being a small while after that. I should also mention that last year I played Pro Evo 10 over FIFA 10, and everything before that I was completely a FIFA fan, so overall I don't really sway one way or the other. Anyway, here's what I'm going to compare throughout the video. We've got the player faces, the ball movement, and a range of other things, but first of all I'm going to get started with the player faces. So I've chosen a range of faces from the Barcelona team in both games, and we'll get started with David Villa, and the real photo will come first, followed by the FIFA photo, then the Pro Evolution Soccer photo. So one of the first things you'll notice is that on Pro Evolution Soccer, the skin tones and the lighting and all of that sort of department's done very, very well. FIFA's done very good as well, but I don't think they look as real as the Pro Evolution Soccer ones do, especially on people like Valdez, which you've seen now. The FIFA one doesn't look anywhere near as good as the real photo or the Pro Evolution Soccer photo. So I think that the Pro Evolution Soccer faces are a lot more real looking. They're nearly down to perfection, like the lighting on the skin tone, all of that, it's done very, very well. And while the FIFA faces are still pretty good looking, there are a few people like Valdez and a bunch of others that they just haven't got completely right compared to Pro Evolution Soccer. So Pro Evolution Soccer has won that first round. So the next round is ball movement. It's quite a broad topic. When you kick a ball in real life, it dips in a certain way, and it looks quite strange to the human eye. But I'm going to be comparing a few different things, and I'll discuss which one I prefer the best. So we'll start with the corner kick-ins, and you can see with both of these that you can now add a lot of curve to the ball, more than you used to be able to use so easily. This, however, is a good thing because it seems to add more of a natural feel to it. In the previous Pro Evolution and FIFA games, I sort of felt like the ball was very, very standard. It didn't really feel like a real football. And here it does feel definitely a lot more real. In comparison to each other though, I think that not necessarily in the free kicks, but in the actual standard gameplay, in Pro Evolution you seem to be able to curve the ball more, and the ball seems to be more faster and free-flowing. In FIFA, the ball does seem more slower paced, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does definitely seem a bit slower. I should also mention that PES 2011 has now added 360-degree passing, which means that you can aim your pass in any direction, not just it auto-aiming it for you, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It depends what you're looking for. And also they've added 360 dribbling to the Pro Evo series now. Now this does all come down to opinion, but in my opinion I do prefer the ball movement of FIFA 11 because the dribbling and the passing just seems to feel more efficient, more versatile. The ball can do so much more. Next up we have the stadiums and environments, and this is pretty straightforward. In previous titles you saw in the background of a stadium area it was very, very pixelated. They didn't really add in much detail, but here they've just gone all out to make the stadiums look pure, and you see in Pro Evolution Soccer there's lens flares and lights and everything just looks perfect, which is why I think that Pro Evolution Soccer has the better stadiums out of the two. Hopefully they can keep this up in the full version of the game when they have many, many more locations and stadiums. So on the fourth round now we have the game plan, and on the team management screen for FIFA 11 you will see pretty much just the standard old stuff. In the squad tab, swapping around the players, subbing them if you're in the game. You've got some default formations there, some quick tactics for counter-attacks and things. Unfortunately in the demo I can't show the custom tactics, which will be good, but yeah. And then you've got the player roles for free kicks and set pieces. And in FIFA you also have the ability to set up the tagging and man marking as well, which is nice. Now on the Pro Evo side of things, looking at the management screen, you've got a new layout for swapping around the players and whatnot, and swapping positions and getting the info. It's a lot easier to look at than looking at a straight down list. Moving along, you've got features for swapping how the AI works around you, and your AI teammates is what I mean, and that was available last season as well, but that's something that FIFA doesn't really have. You've got a bunch of data management settings and things as well, which is handy for saving, so you don't have to set everything each game. Overall though, I do think I prefer the Pro Evo Gameplans settings. Not only does it allow you to do things a lot easier with this new interface, but it does give you a bit more to actually do. Possibly the hardest round to choose between is visuals and graphics. Here are the system requirements for FIFA 11. The Pro Evo ones are basically the exact same thing, or very very similar at least. I'm actually running both of the games on max settings, and I get virtually no lag, which is quite surprising, and my PC is very similar to those system requirements that you saw. One of the new cool things about the FIFA graphics is that when you're loading into the game, it puts you into this close-up third-person camera where you're one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and it's really innovative because it means that when you're loading in the game, if you've got a slower PC that takes a while to load, you've got something to entertain you while you're waiting, and it looks really cool as well. The camera they use, it's all the lighting and everything, all the textures have been updated, and it's not those dreadful graphics that we saw in the PC version of FIFA 10. On the Pro Evo side of things, they've added in some lens flares here and there, they've updated the textures, they've added in quite a lot of motion blur, which might not sound like much motion blur, but it actually helps to make the game look a lot better, and in some moments I actually was going, wow, this does look like real life. Pro Evo 11 definitely has made improvement on Pro Evo 10's visuals, but saying that I do prefer the visuals on FIFA 11. Reason being, I think the clothing on the players is more smooth. Smaller things like the grasp and the actual terrain textures just seem better. Also, with the new Pro Evo 11 visuals, it does seem to look more arcade-like with the new menu system and captions and titles they've given it. Overall, there's improvement and benefits in both of these. Both Pro Evolution Soccer and FIFA 11 aim at more specific areas, and the majority of these areas interest me, which is why I'm thinking of buying both of these games. Thanks for watching my review/comparison.